everybody, and welcome to a new episode of
It'd be like that.
We're back, and
Live in studio.
in studio with, you see the new background has been kind of set up there. We went all out and got a bunch of, well, not a bunch of, like, new stuff, but basically just redid a bunch of the stuff in the living room. We've got a couple of display cases that we bought and tried to get everything all nice and neat and easy.
Did you frame that stuff yourself, or did you have it framed?
The only one that was framed was... Actually, there's two. The Nightmare Before Christmas one in the corner that I don't think most people can see because it's below the Red Bull, or above the Red Bull, at least on the thing. And then the White Zombie one. This is going to happen. Sorry, guys. I'll try to see if I can clean up the audio for a podcast. I'm trying a new board. I'll explain that in a little bit. But, yeah, White Zombie was framed by a friend. But everything else was framed by me. So.
Yeah, I gotta get some stuff done.
Yeah, we still have a couple more that are going to put up here. Like, we got that Spider Pig that you bought me, the Spider Pig #1. That'll go, or Spider Ham, I should say. That'll go up over here. And then I got a Princess Mononoke print that will go, like, long ways down the side of the thing.
I gotta get that Exorcist poster that Neil...
Yeah, you gotta get that shit framed, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I bought a frame for it, but it didn't fit. And I measured it, and I got something that should have been able to fit, and it's still a little smaller for it.
Jeez. Yeah, it sucks. Framing shit sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's like one of the worst things that you can fucking do. And then putting them up, we put them up with those, like, what are they, those little strips that you put on the back of everything. And getting that on there was like a bitch and a half. And like, just because, these things support up to 16 pounds, but it takes you like an hour to like fucking hold it up on the wall. You're standing there and putting things up. I mean, Cap did basically most of this, so. But yeah, it's holding up nice. So besides that, how have you been doing?
Not too bad. Just work, and work. Same shit, different day.
Work, more work.
Yep, exactly. I got what's it called? It's been pretty relatively busy at work, so which is good. Got a guy that I'm trying. Well, he's been there, I think, a month now. Maybe a little over a month, and he's supposed to be like my right hand guy, who's like, if I'm not there, he can take over, kind of thing. So he's learning stuff pretty quickly. It's the only thing you got to pick up on is speed, But
he's not like that one guy that you have that if you were to give him a computer, he'd freak out and die.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah, other than that, we'll get into the other shit with that's going on with me in a little bit here. But anything new with you?
No, it's just been, the biggest thing has been the soundboard that I think people can't see on the video because of the way they angled everything. So last Saturday, I think it was, and I was trying to put together the last of our Halloween episode. Get that thing all done and get the video made and uploaded on shit. And all of a sudden, something's not right. And I gotta figure out what the fuck this is, too, because this is gonna bother the shit out of me. If this happens every 15 fucking seconds and this fucking microphone keeps falling over.
And fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say fuck enough, I guess. But
well,
so anyway,
that's off-putting.
Yeah, it's off-putting. So anyway, the board got fried because of the cats. Won't go into it. It's disgusting. Just won't go into it. So I had to get a new board, and I got a new board, and the new board seems to be working okay. I think I got, and please, anybody that is listening to this or has listened to this, except for the one thing with the weird like distortion things, I don't know which mic it is. I don't know if it's the new cable that I got or it's the old cable that's hooked up for Patrick's microphone. I don't know which it is, but I'll figure it out next week, and hopefully we'll get this fixed, or next episode. But the new board is fucking huge, for one. Two, it took me to get it to a point where it sounds okay, and at least feedback on the video, and again, please let me know if anybody's watching this, anybody's listening when you listen to it on the podcast, I can mess with the audio and I can make it louder and I can do all that stuff. But when it comes to the video portion of it, I don't know, and I'll have to have people tell me, oh, the podcast on the stream was just too low. So I'll work on fixing that too. But because we've got a brand new board, I'll do it. And it's always weird too, because there's like a little bit of an echo for us. But when you check the video, there wasn't any echo when I did a test video. So hopefully there's no echo. But this board might give a lot of feedback for the loop that's going there and listening back in there. And are you falling asleep on me over there? I'm just boring you to tears. But that's about the only thing.
It's just my blood levels have been lately. That's all.
No, I'm messing with you. I realize what it is. Plus, Ace is all on top of you, too.
Yeah, you get comfy. You
get comfy. He's just a warm body of nothing. And Zach's trying to get on the love, but Zach ain't going to get it on the love because he's a bad dog. So, but they just want attention. They're animals. They like seeing you. And that's just the way it goes. Yep. I guess it'd be like that. Other than that, work's just been work. It's just been a lot of crap. There's been a lot of shit going on, this week and last week. And everything's just crazy as it is. And we got a lot of stuff. We got a bunch of things to talk about today. And so, of course, the most important thing that we need to talk about first up is NFL picks. And Patrick, you can hit me with that NFL theme song.
If you like that, NFL picks. Hopefully Patrick wins.
All right. So again, here we go with that crap. It seems just come in and out. It's pissing me off, but I'll figure it out. So it's week number, what is this, 9?
9.
Yep, week 9. And so far, the standings, everybody's kind of moved around. You got Savage Screams in first, 636. Pat's moved into second, 631. I'm in third, 621. Kittle and Blitz, 611. iHeart Music, 592. 916 49er Fan at 563. Angry Dead at 558. B-Rad, 491. Big Kahuna, 47. I Own You, 45. And Sweet Daddy Ray bringing up the rear at 410. Not going to even talk about teams 12 and 13 on the list.
Because,
you're out of it.
Ben, Angry Dad there, he used to be a little bit higher, but hey, look at his points, 69. All right.
That's his wins. He's got 69 wins.
I'm looking at his points.
Oh, it says 558 over here.
No, I think that was for his last one.
Oh, you're talking about the
average points.
Average points.
Yes, there we go. Sorry. I am a little out of it.
It's okay. We're all out of it this week.
So, I'm going to say this right off the bat. I mean, and maybe you did it as a home pick, but I think anybody would be kind of stupid not to pick the Packers this week, and only because no smack talking. You can't smack talking against the Niners right now. I'm not a Niner fan, and I'm not defending them, but at the same time, they're hurt as shit. There's no one on their starting offensive side that was started in the Super Bowl.
3 people that started in the Super Bowl were playing,
and they're all on defense.
Yeah,
how are you going to talk shit? There's no, it's stupid.
Whole team's hurt.
It
is a homer. It is a homer pick for me. It's also, I didn't put a whole lot of points into it being a homer pick. Again, I feel like I had lower points that I could have put somewhere else. But for me, it was 2 points. There was a chance.
I was almost going to ask you if you were still going to do that homer pick and do it, or just say.
I will always pick my team.
I know, but like I said, it's just you guys are hurt as shit.
I know.
It's stupid.
You saw the little meme thing I put up there on my Facebook page, but that's what it is. It's literally that. It's a bunch of wounded people going. And the thing is that you have to give for the team is that they're still all trying to step up and play to the top of their ability. Yeah. You're getting beat. Our corners are decimated. Our D-line can't put any fucking pressure on anybody. Let Russell Wilson have all day to throw, and he's just going to kill you if he does that. He's a good quarterback. As much as I hate the guy, he's a good quarterback. And then you have, nothing on offense. You got Jimmy G again hurt completely. George Kittle's out. up to 8 weeks. He says 2, but don't fucking be stupid. Like, honestly, this year is a bust for that team. For my team, it's a complete bust. I will still be there watching every fucking Sunday. I'll watch every game. I'll root for my team. I will be excited if they win. If they lose, I'll be pissed off. But I know that also, ultimately, this season is basically wheelchair season. We're just rolling out whoever we can roll out.
They just need to... I would just keep everybody out, starter-wise, unless they're completely healthy. Like, if they're not 100%, fuck it.
Fuck it. Let them take the year off, or... technically, I guess that's what we're doing. So that was the big game. Creamed by Seahawks last week. Creamed by Green Bay this week. The first Sunday game of the week is Atlanta playing Denver in Atlanta. Who you got there, Pat?
I got the Falcons.
I'm going with the Falcons too, even though Denver surprised me last week. I didn't think they were going to pull that game out.
Yeah, I still got to go with. I got to go with Falcons, especially in Atlanta.
Then you got Seattle at Buffalo.
I'm gonna go Seattle. As good as Buffalo's playing, I think Seattle's just lately the last few games you're kind of like, huh, like what happened? But I just think that Seahawks are on too much of a roll right now.
I'm going with Buffalo, not because it's against it. It's because against the better teams that give up more points, and I think Josh Allen is going to go in there, and it's in Buffalo, which might give him the advantage for it. But we'll see what happens with that game. But again, this is like a low confidence pick. But I just have a gut feeling. I had a gut feeling about the fucking Dolphins last week, and I didn't pick the fucking Dolphins. I was like, no, go against my gut. This time, I'm going with my gut, so I'm going with that. You got Chicago playing at Tennessee, and I'm going with the Titans on this one.
I also went with the Titans. They've been on that. I put low confidence points on this one. But they lost 2 in a row, and I just feel like they're not going to lose the third one, especially against.
Well, they lost that close one against Pittsburgh, and that probably took a lot out of them going into playing the Bengals, a team that they should have beat. Yeah. After that, we've got Indianapolis playing Baltimore in Indy, and who are you going with?
I'm going with the Ravens.
I'm also going with the Ravens. How many times they fumbled last week against the Steelers? I know Lamar Jackson had a big one right at the end of the game.
Yeah, I don't know, but
that cat is very indignant. By the way, you move a little bit when you're by her. It's right.
And I like to annoy people, so.
You got Carolina going into Kansas City to play the Chiefs.
I am going with the KC Chiefs.
I am also going with the Chiefs in that game. Though what's his name might be back for Carolina. Running back. McCaffrey. This might be the week that he's coming back.
I still got to go with the Chiefs.
Then you got Detroit playing Minnesota.
I went with the Vikings. Yeah,
I'm also going with the Vikings. But he can be a game-time private jet decision if he's able to play.
I don't know.
He's got to test negative 5 times for COVID, and then he can come in, and then he can take a private jet and come in. That's the other thing I'm pissed off about real fast, again, about the Niner game. So many people are out on the team on COVID, and they didn't suspend the game. They suspended the game for Tennessee for 2 fucking weeks, and they had about 5 people out on their team.
Look at.
We shut down everything. It's like, nope, you guys gotta play.
Look what they did with the Niners, or the Raiders.
Yeah,
we had a Sunday night game, and we had more time to try to get something going. And no, we're gonna change that.
Yeah. No, we're just worried about it, but we're going to make you guys play the game. Like, now they're worried about, are we going to finish the season, instead of just, we'll shuffle things around for other teams, but our top-tier teams, we can't have the Chiefs play on this day. If they're going to be possibly infected with COVID, we better move them somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, you got the Giants playing the Washington football team.
I am picking Giants over Redskins.
I am going with Washington over the Giants. You got Houston playing in Jacksonville. Houston as well. The Las Vegas Raiders going against the Chargers in L.A. Chargers, I hear how it is. No, I'm also going with the Raiders. They should win that game. I don't see why they're the underdog in this game, to be honest, according to Yahoo.
What are you talking about? They're favored.
No, here I have underdog as Las Vegas on my screen. They're favored by the people, but in terms of when you go to pick, everybody on the left is the favored, and everybody on the right is the underdog.
It used to be. Because this ain't at. It's just showing you.
No. If you look at the very top, it says favorite underdog.
Oh,
Chargers are on the left. Oh, see, it's weird. I'm on their site, and they have favored as being the Chargers. That's why I was like, this makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's because do you have still more O-line out this week?
Trent Brown's back on the freaking COVID list.
Oh, wonderful.
That guy needs to give us money.
You got Dallas playing Pittsburgh.
Oh,
in
Pittsburgh.
Dallas. Oh, Pittsburgh. Who are they starting this week? Cooper Rush. I think that's who's going to be the quarterback for Dallas.
Are they really?
I think so.
The other guy, they don't have to.
No, well, the rookie that they picked up, they benched his ass.
Well, he wasn't ready to play.
He wasn't ready to play.
You can't blame him for that.
I don't. But that's why they're going with somebody else to see if they can at least get some points.
You need to call the cable man back up and get Sean Hill.
What is it? Josh McCown is the backup now for somebody else at 41 years old. This is like his 13th team that he's playing for.
Yeah, he's played for
a ton of teams.
Remember who he started off with? If I remember right, the Browns.
He started off with the Browns. I think he had a stint in San Francisco for a while.
Yep.
Okay, then you got Miami playing Arizona in Arizona. Got the Cardinals in this, but I don't know. Miami seems to be playing good teams tough.
I agree they're playing way better than they were at the beginning of the season, but
we'll have to see. I mean, they beat the Rams, but then what does that say about the Rams? And they also beat us. But again, you got New Orleans at Tampa Bay.
New Orleans.
I'm going with the Saints as well. I'm not super confident, but we'll go with it. And then you got the New England Patriots versus the Jets.
You just drool on me?
Probably.
I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm going with Patriots too, but let's see if Cam fumbles again at the end of the game.
I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of have a feeling at the same time that this will be the game that the Jets win.
Yeah, that's why I'm not very confident in this game. I'd have a lot more confidence in this game if the Patriots are being a little more dominant, but they're not really being dominant at all. So, alrighty. So, from there, we're going to go on to our next little topic, and that is the other important thing that is now happening this week, and that is the launch of both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Mm-hmm. I know that you're not going to be here on launch day for either of those, and we'll talk about why in just a little bit. But so far, both are getting high markings from people doing reviews on them. The biggest thing that I've seen out there is that the PlayStation 5 is a lot bigger than everybody is actually thinking that it is. I mean, it's a good 5 inches taller than if you put the PlayStation 4 on its side and had it stand up. But it does have the capability to screw into the bottom. It seems like both are running really well. But again, as everybody knows, this is the beginning of a launch. So you really don't know how well either system is going to do until they've got a little bit of time underneath them and they've got some games under their belt.
Yeah.
I mean, it took the PlayStation 3 a good 2 or 3 years to really get some, besides like Uncharted, but mostly like really powerhouse games that are out there. You know, Xbox had a good start on them.
What was the one game that came out at launch? Shit. The one where you were fighting the aliens?
Oh, Resistance. Resistance Fall of Man. That was a good game.
That was a good game. I didn't play the second one, but the first one was really good.
All three of them are great.
Oh.
Well, it's Insomniac, that studio.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, hey, we're going to do a bunch of really cool guns and, have some pretty interesting enemies and stuff like that. And then, so Series X is on Tuesday. I think most places are... Now, I saw the article that went out the other day that Sony basically said that, listen, all PlayStation 5s, they're going to be an online-only thing. Like, you're not going to be able to go to a retail store and get it right now. You're going to have to order it either directly through Sony, or we're only going to allow those companies to ship them online.
Yeah.
Do you have any, qualms about that?
I mean... I think so. I do. What I'm trying to say is, I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, I get a lot of shit that's online nowadays, but I think that also kind of hurts the stores because they rely on you to come in and buy something, and then once you're there, you'll end up buying other shit. And, and that's just part of the experience is having to go there and try to get. I don't know. I just it seems stupid to me why you don't want any outlet that you can to sell your product.
Yeah, but I think that it's just like COVID worries from people.
Well, they worry about it. They're shipping to the store, and then that's their problem.
Well, they don't want to
be.
Then they
have
cause.
COVID, and they can stay for 2 weeks straight playing PlayStation.
Highlights of COVID: you get to stay and play PlayStation for 2 fucking weeks without having to worry about it.
Exactly. I still got to get that Miles Morales game.
What I haven't heard yet is whether or not remote play exists in the PS5.
I don't know.
They haven't talked to. I've seen some things on the UI. There was a really good review too of the Xbox Series X, and the one thing that I kind of am jealous of is the suspend state that they have with the Series X, where you can put 2 games in suspend mode, and then you can switch to them without a problem, which is not too bad. I mean, I guess if you're playing one, or say you're sharing the same system, and if there was something that was like Animal Crossing that Crystal was playing, and then you were playing something else and you stopped, and then she could just jump right back into whatever she was doing.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Which is kind of cool. So you don't have to completely shut off your game and do all that stuff. Even though I've been trying to see. I haven't seen much about the Xbox UI. I've seen a little bit more on the PlayStation stuff. I like the little kind of challenge cards that you get. So when you're in the UI, if you're stuck at something, you can actually go into your cross media bar, and there either be videos from people that already kind of give you hints, or already hints from the developers to help you get through those sections. Say if you're really lost in something, so that you don't. The whole idea is to not break your gaming time, to not have to stop, take out your phone, look at a website, or go to YouTube. Everything's gonna be right there. Keep going to fucking robotic voice the entire fucking time. This board also has effects on it. There's one effect that you can put on it that can make your voice go real low. So
how low can it go?
Oh, you wanna find out? Let's see if I can figure out which one it was again. Oh, it's 24. So you go to 24. I'm gonna put this on.
Okay.
And then let's see if you talk.
I'm talking. I don't really. Hello. Sounds about the same to me.
Oh, do I need to turn this up?
Hello, talking. My voice is saying the same. I think you lied to me, and you probably messed up the recording. Oh.
No, I haven't messed up the recording yet.
Oh, I hear something there.
See, that's going on for me.
Oh, yeah. Now I hear it on you.
Yeah, and so I turn mine off, and then they...
So I'm in the witness protection program, Anyways.
No, sir. I did not touch that pussy.
Whoa.
Whoa, hey.
Hey now.
You're an all-star. Anyway, so just trying to, figure out all the other little things just to see what's going on. I ended up actually ordering a hard drive for the PlayStation, little backup drive, so I can take some of the PS4 games that I have on there, put it on that little hard drive.
Yeah, I gotta get one too.
I got a 2 gig for $50 on Amazon. CK. Okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it external, and
yeah.
Well, what I'm gonna do is take all my stuff off of my PlayStation 4, that way I can transfer it. But also because, I was talking last night to Ray, Emily's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's not planning on getting a PS5 anytime soon, and his PS4 just died.
Oh, geez.
So I was like, I'll sell you mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me the money, and that's going right towards paying the other thing off. Because I'm getting both the new Xbox and the PlayStation, and I put the PlayStation on my credit card, and then I've been slowly the Xbox. One of my friends got it at GameStop, and at the same time he was trying, he also got it on Amazon. He was like,
I got a story about GameStop too. I forgot to tell you.
So I'm buying the one from Amazon from him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just been every check I just keep giving him $100,
Yeah, that's perfect. So you know what I found out, and I'm a little pissed off.
Uh-huh.
Both in the fact that I was never notified about something from GameStop, and that I put it forced me to get a new card. So during the whole launch, right, that whole trying to pre-order and do everything, I tried to do it on GameStop before I got it on Amazon. And when I got it on GameStop, well, I didn't know that I got it on GameStop. The site kept crashing on me. I ordered a bundle, and it just wouldn't let me check out. It kept telling me that it wouldn't accept the card for my normal card that I use. So I put in my I forgot. I put in my MasterCard that I have from B of A, not the debit, but I have a card with them too. And I put it in there, and it did the same thing. I didn't get anything. All it did was take me back to the homepage. Didn't get a notification. Didn't say it was ordered. It crashed me out. Last Saturday, I got a notification from Bank of America saying, "Hey, do you recognize these 3 charges?" And I said, 1 and 2 I recognized because I barely use the card. I only use it for a couple things that are on like auto pay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I recognize those 2, but this one from GameStop, don't recognize. It was only $76, and I was like, I don't recognize that charge. I don't even know what I bought from GameStop. So I logged into my account, checked. I got no orders with GameStop. There's nothing in there. Come to find out, I went into my email, eventually into my spam, because I was looking for something from AT&T because we ordered we ordered iPhone 12. Because for us it's time to upgrade. It's been about 3 years for the phones that we have.
4.
And so we did that, and I found the confirmations, and I saw an email from GameStop that said, "Hey, we couldn't process your order." And I was like, "What? We're canceling your order because your card got declined, and we can't do it anymore." I was like, "What the hell?" And so I opened it up. I actually had gotten a pre-order of the PlayStation 5 bundle.
Oh, wow.
And I even searched my whole junk mail. No confirmation email, nothing. They just charged me. And it was underneath my name with my address, everything like that. So it would have been sent here. But I never got an order confirmation. So if I hadn't gotten that email or that thing from Microsoft, or not from Microsoft, from Bank of America, I would have had 2 PS5s on launch day. One from Amazon and one from fucking GameStop.
Wow.
Which would have been a bundle. And I would have had another version of Miles Morales that I could have also give you. So I was just, I was so pissed. Like, how do you not, notify me of anything? Even your website didn't even let me actually place the order. But I guess I placed the order with you?
Yeah.
Without a confirmation, without any confirmation email? It's fucking shady as hell. And then now I got charged. And luckily, the bank rejected the charge, so I don't have anything else.
I wish we could have set this up. I would have had a GameStop story. I would have got Johnny on here to talk about his, because he went there to go pre-order at GameStop, and he got there at I think he said he got there at 3 a.m. or something, and there was already 3 people standing outside. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. So then they show up and they're like, well, we're not doing pre-orders yet. This was before the actual day they were supposed to, because remember the whole thing with Walmart?
Oh, yeah.
Started early. So they're like, we're not doing it yet. And he goes, well, everybody else is doing it. And I don't know.
Everybody else.
Yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit. So he goes, I go, we'll write down our names when we were here first, and that way we can get ours. Oh, we can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, Johnny would tell the story better, but basically he ends up going back. He goes home, and then he finds his brother or someone told him, "Oh yeah, I just got my pre-order at GameStop." So he goes back there and he's like, "Wait a minute, why? The other GameStops are doing it. Oh, we're not doing it yet, or blah blah blah." They kept giving him the runaround. Then basically, he finds out that they're out of pre-orders. After he had already gone there twice.
After he gone there twice?
And then they said that they weren't doing it yet. Then someone else started selling them at that same store.
That's fucking ridiculous.
He ended up getting it. I forget where or how, but I don't remember. Like I said, it would be better if Johnny told the story. But yeah, he was.
Well, we got Ito made it to the chat and to the stream.
Mr. Ito.
So he asked us, "You got a PS5 drive? Can you tweet up the specs to get the tweet. Yeah, I'll send out the tweet. I'll just send what I bought, and it's just a basic Seagate backup plus drive from Amazon. But I'll tweet the link so that if you want to go out and buy it. Like I said, I think the one I got is like silver in color, which was cheaper than the black one for some reason. Doesn't make any fucking sense why it's cheaper, but it was like, I think it was $52 and something change, and it's 2 terabytes, which for what I want to transfer over, because I'm in the middle of playing 2 games, I want to transfer at least those 2 and their saves over to the PlayStation 4 and then just fucking play them off that. Now, if you're gonna have with a PS5, it will accept an extra SSD drive, but nothing's been approved yet for the PlayStation. Like, it has a slot in it because it only has like 600 and something gigs of available space.
Yeah, I think that's so stupid the way things are.
It makes no sense.
Both of these should be coming with tera drives. Period.
Yeah, because I even think with the Xbox, I think there's more. It's a terabyte drive, but the OS takes like 200 or 300 gigs of it. So it's like, okay, but again, we're dealing with extremely fast load times. So in some games, I know that I don't need to keep on there forever. You finish, either a small downloadable game or a role-playing game, you're not necessarily going to go right back to it and start playing it again. I have to play,
I originally thought
Doki Doki Panic another 5 times.
I was kind of under the impression, I found this out later, it's not true, but I thought if you deleted it, it also deleted your saved and everything.
Yeah, it finally didn't.
It
used to, I think, on the PlayStation 3, it used to.
Yeah, but...
Which was bullshit.
But that's what I mean, like, with Xbox One and PS4, it didn't do that. But I thought it did. That's why I was like, well, why do I want to get rid of the game if it gets rid of my save,
Yeah. No, you can't remove the drive like you can, because it's a solid-state drive, so it's actually built into the motherboard on this one. But if you look at some of the unboxing videos, there is underneath one of the flaps or the case sides, there's like a little hole where an SSD hard drive will fit. So basically, you'll be able to buy an SSD hard drive when they approve one and put it into that slot, so you don't mess with the board, and it's just kind of an easy in and out, it looks like. It looks simple, like, to actually open up the case. So I'm hoping that at some point we'll be able to, and then it's supposed to run everything off of a portable hard drive for the PS4 stuff. Like, you can't store the PS5 games on that hard drive. You can do it for all the PS4 stuff, but no PS5 stuff, which I think is stupid. But that's to utilize that thing. And you're right that it needs more fucking space.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, like, when you see, what is it, Advanced Warfare or whatever that, Warzone, taking up like 200 gigs just for an online multiplayer game.
Just in Matthew Stafford updated to active.
Oh, so he's taking that jet plane and he's going there.
Yep.
He's not the only one leaving on a jet plane this week.
Nope. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt about it. But yeah, like I said, the funny thing is, like, well, speaking of that too, I'll be out of town when these both come out, so I won't get to mess with mine until I get back.
So well, at least you'll be back. So you're leaving. For those that don't know, Patrick's gonna go on a nice little vacation for about a week.
Yep.
So are you doing Sunday to Sunday, or are you doing like Sunday to Saturday?
No, I leave tomorrow, which is Sunday the 8th, and then I come back on Saturday.
Okay, so you'll have a day to kind of get back into the swing of things.
That's how I like to plan my vacations.
Same here.
Just have one day to kind of chill or get myself settled before I go back. I don't want to go on a nice long trip and then bam, next day you're already back. I mean, if I have to, I can, but I usually like throwing an extra day.
Get your ass back to work.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking Solus. Get working. Get working or die trying.
Exactly. I sent out an email yesterday to all the people that needed to really know. Pretty much the people that I interact with all the time. And I was like, yeah, I'm going on vacation for a week, just so everybody knows, and Scott's going to be here, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, if you guys really need to get a hold of me, don't hesitate, go ahead. And I had a couple people say, what, you're on vacation? Why do you want to have people call you, blah, blah, blah. I go, well, yeah, I think for more than one reason. One, it's not like I'm like going to be in a conference or something or doing something where I can't answer my phone. Two, I got to come back the following week, so I don't want things to be all screwed up. If I can help you with something now that for less shit for me when I get back, what's the big deal about a 10-minute, hey, no, this is what this is kind of a call, you know? So
it just it makes it easier. It's like I was talking to my coworker on Friday, and like those people that like I saw a meme of something else too out there where it's like, oh, this girl, she put in for her 2 weeks and now she's not doing anything. You know, basically she's like sleeping on the job because these are the last 2 weeks, and like I think in the back of my head I'm like, that's just the fucking like useless thing to do.
I'll give you a perfect example of that. The last guy that put his 2 weeks in, who it was just funny because he ended up working 2 doors down from where we are. But anyways, he put his 2 weeks in, and then he was telling me that he wasn't going to come in a day. I'm like, you put your 2 weeks in. They're sending you a check for all this time. You can't just not come in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm like, you got, you know, and so he goes, basically he didn't give a shit, so he decided not to come in. So I called corporate, had him cut the check for that date, and that was it. They sent it in. He goes, I'll be in tomorrow. I said, no need to. I'll let you know when your check's here. I'm like, you know, I'm not playing those games with you. You even put 2 weeks in. You put 1 weekend. And
that's bullshit.
Yeah. I'm like
there was somebody, and you know, I ranted about this a long time ago because that's how we started talking about it, where the person quit and then didn't do shit. Like, was just like, whatever, and kind of just coming into the office whenever the hell she wanted to come in, doing the little bit that she fucking needed to do, and then that was it. And then she ended up, I'm not quitting after all. After spending 2 weeks of doing absolutely fucking nothing, pissing me off, and that was, you know, I literally was that close to quitting. Like, I left the table and went and sat down, and like we were having lunch, and I started working, and everybody's all doing whatever, and maybe that was the first time people saw me really upset at work, but I'm like, it's bullshit. Why would you do all this and act that way? You know, like, if I was quitting, the last 2 weeks of my job would be training the people to do my job. Like, okay, you don't know the stuff that I do, here's how you do it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened when I fucking was, you know, let go from the other company I worked for when I was working from here. And I even stayed on an extra week to train them even further.
Yeah.
Which drove me fucking crazy because they were kind of arguing. I'm like, they're not ready. I'm like, this is everything that I do, and they don't understand everything that I do. So how do you expect to do what needs to be done if you don't fucking, like, give me another week?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to pay for me. And I was like, well, you do that, or I'll just drop it, and hey, you good luck.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just don't get it. When I had another guy at another job, same thing. On his last day there, I remember it was the end of the month, and we were busting our ass trying to get everything filled, trying to pull all the product, because, you know, a lot of companies, and I'm not sure if yours is exactly that way, but the sales reps try to get everything in at the end of the month, right? So it's almost like it's a hockey stick. It goes like this, so your orders are here, because that's when they recognize all the fucking revenue.
See, we're in our industry is a little different. They have to pay, you know, the guys who pay monthly. Mm-hmm. They usually the end of the month is slower because they don't want that extra bill, and then on the first of the month they're ordering like crazy.
Oh, okay. Because like with the hospitals, they have to use their stuff by the end of the month, so they end up buying more at the end, so that way the next month the money that they have available matches what they spent. So they tend to not spend so much at the beginning of the month, and then towards the end they would spend. So it looked like that in terms of our orders. And so we were busting our ass, and here he's just going, oh, it's my last day, and like just not doing anything, just dancing around the fucking office. I'm like, why'd you even fucking come in?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just leave 2 weeks ago? Instead, you see the three of us busting our ass here, and you're not gonna fucking do anything to even lift a fucking finger to try to help us. And it's your last. I'm like, I get it. You're leaving, you know, and you're leaving because you're basically being forced out. I get it, but you're here because you want to be here. Like, this guy just wouldn't show up. Like, he gave the best excuse that he gave us for why he wasn't in one day was because, the cops were on a high-speed chase and they parked their cars in front of my door to chase the guy, and I couldn't leave. And we're like, and I remember hearing that excuse, and nobody in the office believed it. And then the one day that there was that fire over here in one of the units, and I woke up in the morning, and I'm like, nobody's going to believe me if I tell them that the fire truck is blocking my car. So I took a picture of the fire truck and sent it in to my boss. I'm like, you wouldn't believe me unless there was proof, but the fire truck is literally blocking my car in. I will be in late. And it wasn't, but he ended up like not showing up till like 3, and then he left at 5. Like, why did you even come in that day? It just
take the
doesn't
whole
make
day.
any sense.
Yeah.
But people are fucking idiots. So what are you exactly doing on this long trip after we went on a little tangent of people?
Well, I am. So originally, I've had this trip planned for a while, before all COVID shit, and so my friends over at the PTO Unlimited podcast, Brett, Alex, and Josh, we've been for the past 3 years now, I think, just been interacting and talking, and I stream with them all the time. You know, we text each other all the time and all that stuff. And we finally were just like, screw it, we're just gonna meet up. And so, you know, I set the time and everything. And the funny thing is so they're in Fort Wayne, and so I knew our friend Kyle from the Back in Time podcast.
Yep, who was on that episode?
He was like, I was like, oh, I knew he lived in Indiana. I was like, oh man, I'm headed to Indiana. He goes, oh, what part of Indiana? I said, Fort Wayne. He said, shut the fuck up. I go, what? He goes, I live in Fort Wayne. So I was like, well, guess who else I'm going to come see? So,
guess who else life I'm going to come by and see.
So as of right now, you know, we for sure I'm going to be on their episode of the PTO Unlimited podcast. And then I don't know what else they got certain dates planned. We're going to do some stuff. I'm going to go see Kyle. The plan was I was going to stay one night at Kyle's place, and we were supposed to watch The Last Dragon.
Uh-huh.
Because he's never seen it. And I've been trying to get them to do that on the podcast. But I don't know if you saw on his Facebook.
Yeah, they're getting basically a newborn that's coming to their house. They've adopted a new girl, which is great.
Yeah.
And I know that they've been trying for a while, but it seemed like it happened really quick. I saw the Facebook page go up, and then all of a sudden, bam. Like, here we go.
So, that's actually happened on Monday.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to be staying a night over there, but we're still going to make sure we hang out. He said he still wants to watch the movie, so.
Well, that's good.
But I understand too. Like that's something.
So you're just gonna like spend the night in a hotel that night, or?
No, I'm staying with
the PTO guys.
Yeah.
So you'll just go hang out with them and be like, "Okay, I'll be back later tonight."
Yeah. I already told them that I was gonna go see them on that day anyways. So it's
all good. It's all gravy.
Good. So it's not like they have the whole week off. So I think they're gonna have like officially 2 days off while I'm there, and I mean it was just easier for me to do it during the week. And I know they still got work and shit too, so.
Yeah. So, well, that should be fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Be good. Go out and see Indiana.
Part of the country, yeah. So, I mean, the furthest out of California I've been technically would be Arizona. And I say technically because I went over, this is when you back in the day when you could drive over the Hoover Dam. We drove over the Hoover Dam, so I entered Arizona. We went to Arizona basically to turn around and come back. So technically, I was in Arizona.
Spent some time there, enjoyed myself.
Because the states I've technically have visited, obviously California, Nevada, Oregon, and I'm going to count Seattle, even though I never left the airport because I had an hour layover there.
In Washington up there?
Yeah. So I count Washington being in Seattle for an hour.
Yeah, that's like me counting what I think New York, because I had to run through their airport coming back from vacation that one time. When the only time that I actually did like the spring break thing, and we went down to what's the big place in Mexico that Cancun, yes.
And you had to lay over in New York?
Yeah. So when we went there. We went from San Francisco to Texas, right? And that's where we went to the American Airlines hub. I always remember it because we were making fun. They had these trains that would take you to the next location at that hub, but it was train, but it used the AA for American Airlines. So we were saying, oh, that's how you know you're in the South, because you're taking the train, It's dumb fucking shit. And then from Texas, we went to Cancun. And the Texas flight, there was literally going to Cancun, there was the 3 of us and maybe 4 other people going from Texas to Mexico. There was like nobody on this plane. And it was the weirdest experience ever that I've ever had flying. The other one, when we came back, we were supposed to go from Cancun to Florida and then Florida to California. But because there was a hurricane warning, they wanted to instead fly from Cancun to Florida. We were already late, and then they're going to fly from Florida. They took us to LaGuardia in New York. So I had to run through LaGuardia, which also is weird because they've got these like giant like moving stations, like these giant rooms on wheels that take you from one section of one airport to the other. And when we got on, we only had an hour, less than an hour, I think, to get to the next flight. And that took 20 minutes of it just driving across the airport. Wow. And then we had to run. We had to go through customs as well and then get there. And then we got on our flight to San Francisco. And that was when you used to be able to just take your birth certificate to get to Mexico. And I thought that I had grabbed a real copy and I had grabbed a copy. And so it didn't have the raised seal. So I almost didn't make my flight to Mexico. Oh, wow. The original one. But luckily my dad drove the actual copy to the airport. So I got to spend some time down in Mexico and see some boobs at while they were doing, on the beach, they were doing Girls Gone Wild shoot. And we were on the beach and they were doing that. And that's how we got invited to the sausage party of Girls Gone Wild, where there were absolutely no girls in the Girls Gone Wild party. and where they I tried to get them to eat all these like authentic Mexican places. Like I'm in Mexico. This is the land of my people. I want to eat some authentic Mexican food. Well, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go to we went to Hooters in Mexico. And it was like flat Hooters. There was no Hooters in Hooters. I was very upset. And that's where we saw 50 Cent and Ludacris in concert.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we got a thing from Ito here. Oh, Ito said he went to Cancun during quote-unquote spring break, too.
Same year?
Same, I don't know.
Did you guys party, not know it?
Maybe we partied. Did you go to the same Girls Gone Wild party there, Ito? Or did you run into Ludacris at all? But, yeah, I mean, it sounds like, actually, that's going to be a kind of cool experience. So you're saying Indiana is going to be the furthest that you've gone.
Yep.
And Indiana is where? Indiana is a little, like...
Midwest.
Is it Midwest, like, directly in the middle of the country?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how close to, like, Kansas City or Missouri? For some reason, I always pictured it up more towards, like, Ohio, but it's probably lower than that.
I think they're, like, 2 hours away from Michigan.
You know what's crazy, though, is that over there, like, and I think I've said it before, you could be, like, 2 hours away from a ton of, like, big cities. Like, here in California, you're 8 hours away from fucking
I actually
LA.
said that to him before, too. It's like, you guys are...
4 hours away from New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you hear people, we're going to just drive from, we'll drive from New York to Florida. And that's basically the same as us driving down to fucking LA.
Yeah.
No, he went on a booze cruise, Ito said. And he ended up at a nude beach. I don't know if I need to know that about you, Ito.
They say the good-looking are never out the nude beach.
Yeah, it's nothing but saggy old titties out there.
So, Indiana is right in between Ohio and Illinois.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Yeah, see, my geography fucking sucks, especially when it comes to East Coast shit. Fucking sucks. It's the worst.
Well, no one cares about the East Coast.
Well, that's great. Best Coast, West Coast. But yeah.
West Side? No.
Is that how you're going to come off the plane?
West Side!
You should totally go down and get the Cholo do-rag, come out. Like, go total Cholo as you come off the plane.
Hey, say!
Hey, what's up, guys? You never talked like that on the fucking streams. Hey, you don't know who I really am.
I had a filter on, eh? It's all good. Don't worry about it, eh?
Yeah, I brought you some of that mango candy you like so much.
They hated those suckers. They hated those suckers. If I had some, though, I probably would have.
So I think that's something we got to do when you get back, and we got to get Ben on, see if he can get on in 2 weeks. We got to do the Brock's Halloween, that candy
you know
The Thanksgiving one.
Yeah, is it though in 2 weeks? Is it at Thanksgiving?
No, 2 weeks isn't Thanksgiving, is it? Because today is just the 7th, and in 2 weeks it's the 19th.
Yeah, 21st.
19th and 20th. So, well, Ben, if you're listening to this, and we'll hit you up definitely outside of it. See if we can get you over. Maybe we can get Angelo over too to try everything. Get the four of us together.
No, let me double check. We double check with him. I don't want to give out his. I was just talking to him yesterday.
Oh no, we can double. That's why I said we double check with him, but we should try to do it beforehand.
I just know he has something coming up, but I can't remember what. Even though we just talked about it, I can't remember what day.
But we could always just work out a different day if we have to do everything on a different day. I'm gonna yell at you and say, get on Ben's fucking schedule. Know everything he has. Fucking do it, damn it.
Just do it, eh?
So, I think we got one last thing that I wanted to do before. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about in terms of that? Like, besides...
No, it's going to be fun, and then when I get back, I'll have a PlayStation and Xbox to play with.
Then, is there anything, like, big... Because they got a bunch of stuff open in Indiana, right?
They're pretty much, what I understand, they're like 100% open, basically.
So, is there like a place that they're going to like try to take you to?
There are a couple places they named that they want me to check out. According to Josh, they have the best fast food out there. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Arby's. He wants to take me to Arby's.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're going to get a video out of that?
I told him we'll do a fat guy food review.
That's right.
And then there was another one he said too, because Panda Express apparently is delicious out there. I told him Panda Express sucks.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a timeout that's going on here. Panda Express, like, okay, the thing is about fast food over there, that if people don't know, especially us here on the left coast, is that...
Left coast? I've never heard that said before in my life.
In your life. But everybody out here is that the Midwest is like the breeding ground for random fast food tryout stuff. Mm-hmm. Right, so you go there, like, and this was a thing, like the mixed spaghetti, right? That was there. It didn't necessarily reach everywhere, but they try it because they say the Middle America that's why they're called Middle America, because they're kind of like, if they like it, the rest of the country will like it. So everybody tries their shit out there. So that's why he's probably saying why there's the best fast food, because they may have other things that you don't have in other places.
Well, they don't even have a Jack in the Box.
They don't even have it. They don't have Jack in the Box.
They don't have Jack in the Box.
What the hell? I tried that chili cheeseburger. Pretty good. Needs more chili.
Exactly. That was my thing when I did the review. Soul 64 on YouTube. It like in the of course you always know the pictures and they're gonna go extreme on the picture. But there was like this much chili in between the patty, and the bun, and when you get it, it's like a quick. Pleh.
And yes, it is Mr. L.
Yes, Mr. L.
That's who he's going to go see. Ito asked that.
Yeah.
So no, it was like, even we looked at it and we were both kind of like, because both Kat and I had it at the same time, and it was good. The chili was pretty good. The onions, I know you're not the biggest onion fan in the world. But I actually
got it with the onions.
But I loved it. I'm a huge onion fan. So, like,
I've kind
when
of
you get those big slivers.
And it's funny because it's when my mom goes, do you remember why you never liked onions? And I go, no. I just don't like onions. Some, like,
traumatic experience that she never
No, she just goes, your Uncle Rick said he didn't like onions, and so ever since then you said, oh, Uncle Rick doesn't like them, I don't like them. I go, really? Jesus. That's why? I was a kid, though, you know what I mean? I know that's the reason why. Shout out to my Uncle Rick.
Is that why Crystal doesn't like mushrooms? Because her dad doesn't like mushrooms?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I still think she don't like mushrooms.
I gotta do that. I gotta make some like stuffed mushrooms, one of these like the little ones, so that you get it and you get like a little bit of like crab and cheese and you put it inside the mushroom.
Oh, speaking of crab,
delicious.
Sidebar here.
Sidebar.
I was talking to my uncle. I'm waiting to hear from him, but they're still talking about doing the crab feed.
Oh.
But what would be is, and it's going to be probably a lower price and everything, is you drive up and they hand you your crab, your pasta, and your salad.
That's still sweet.
Yeah, and you pretty much have to take it home or whatever. But
oh fuck, I'd do that.
Yeah, so
that'd be great.
I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, I would totally be up for that, because then that's a good ass meal. They always, I don't know what they do for that crab, but that's always like the best crab that I have all year. I can go to many other places and get crab, and it's just not the same. But you get crab. It's the type of crab they get, and it's how they cook the fucking crab. It's fucking delicious.
So I'll just say though, I'll take your salad.
Yeah, because they always fucking drown it in fucking Italian dressing.
Well, it's a vinegar kind of dressing.
Yeah, vinaigrette.
Delicious.
It's terrible.
But anyways, so yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Not a vinaigrette person.
Yes, and I'm meeting up with Josh, who is Mr. L, that you watch us play because he will join us on.
Just in, Lions activate QB Stafford.
I said that like an hour.
I know you did. I just got the notification from NFL.
So, but yeah, no, yeah.
But when are we supposed to do Phantasmophobia?
I guess when I get back.
Okay. Well, we gotta get.
I started this stupid thing and I gotta try it again.
That was my plan for this weekend was to do the tutorial.
Yeah, the tutorial. I was doing it. And it was like, oh, there's a ghost in the kitchen, so set your equipment up in the kitchen. I do that, and everything's happening in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, what the fucking hell am I supposed to be doing here? It's just like it wasn't giving me. Like, oh look, I found a handprint. Cool. Now what?
So we got to get Angelo also to get in on it and do a stream or something.
Yeah.
I got to get this set up. So I'm working on like the part of this, doing all of this stuff, like the way the living room and stuff like that. And I got like a table over there I got to build. Is that, we plan to get the second bedroom up and cleaned upstairs, and that actually turn into the studio. Like actually make it into a recording studio to where I can do more things like the streams and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Actually put up the banner that I have that Ben so graciously got each one of us, and actually use that shit, and just try and clip some of the clutter and stuff that's going on here. But that's ultimately the plan, and also have us have a better place rather than just on the couches to get away from that over there. I love him dearly, but he's fucking annoying whenever we try to stream. And the other one, I think, is at the back door, or maybe he's fat and laying down over there. But just so it looks a little nicer, we get some stuff up and get this all done. So, all right, last thing that we're going to do. Said stream that. Ito says he wants to see grown men get scared, so we need to stream Phantasmophobia. But yeah, we'll definitely stream that. We'll get it up. Either it'll be here on the YouTube channel, or I don't know, maybe it'll be on one of our Twitches or something.
Speaking of it be like that,
that's what I was going to mention towards the end.
I've been doing Resident Evil 3. I got the part 1 and 2 of the first part. I'm going to start working on part 2, 1, and 2. And get those up soon, but I'm not gonna pretty much play that until I get back. So I'm not gonna bring my Xbox with me.
You're not gonna make it travel. You're not gonna turn into my cousin.
No.
If
I was driving, that'd be one thing. I'm not gonna. I feel like bringing that on the plane with me.
But I would say, did he actually work for those people? Because he seemed to be hardcore, pimping them for the longest time.
What the
games or whatever.
Who, Angelo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Part of me felt like he was doing stuff for them.
Yeah.
Because he was always promoting it and doing everything, and I was just like, oh, it's okay. You can tell us if you are. There's nothing wrong with that. That's getting that money.
Or
get
start
free
doing
shit.
more videos and try to actually get some sponsors.
Yeah. So, all right. Last thing. Like I said, I keep saying last thing. But I just wanted to go through this real fast because we didn't get to do it on the Halloween when we were driving to Ben's. Or the week before Halloween, and last week was Halloween. But Bloody Disgusting put out the best horror movies of the 80s. And they have a bunch of other ones that are on the list as well. This is all-time. They have all-time 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000, 2010s. And I just want to go through some of them and see if you agree if these are some of the best horror movies of the 80s over here, Patrick.
Okay.
And I guess Ito, if you're watching too, and let me know if you agree. So they say that The Shining is one of the best movies of the 80s, one of the best horror movies, and I totally agree with that. Friday the 13th, the first part. I can agree with that as well, that it is.
The first one?
Yeah, the Friday the 13th came out, I think, in...
I thought it was 70... Was it 1980?
No, I think it was 1980 is the year that it came out.
I definitely agree with that, too.
An American Werewolf in London.
I think so.
I think that's a pretty good one. I think that's one of the top ones out there. I like the still that they use from it. That's good.
I've actually never seen this one.
The Howling? Have you never seen The Howling before?
Mm-mm.
You just heard me talk about The Howling 4, which was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to shoot myself in the face watching that movie. The Howling is good. The Howling and American Werewolf in London have two of the best transformation scenes of werewolves that are like practical effects that you can see out there. I've never seen Possession. I've seen it everywhere on lists, but I really don't know about it too much. You got The Evil Dead from 1981.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I totally agree. Evil Dead 2 as well. Poltergeist. Yes. Of course, you agree with that one. The Thing.
Oh, definitely.
The Thing is a fucking classic. You know what? This is one of those movies. I like all three. The original one, this one, and even the one that was like a prequel that was made in 2011. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, I think we went to the movies together and saw it.
I don't think we went, because I saw it on TV.
Well, who the hell? I went with Crystal, obviously, but...
Yeah.
And I saw it in there. I've only seen it like once or twice. I gotta watch it again, but...
It's not as bad as people like it to be.
But it wasn't bad.
No, some people like, oh, it's a fucking travesty to film. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Of course.
Fright Night.
Yes. Fright
Night's a good movie. And I like the remake, too. I don't think the remake's that bad. It's like Evil Dead. A lot of people shit on Evil Dead that came out in 2013. Mm-hmm. That was there. A lot of people were upset about that. I remember I was one of those ones like, no, you can't touch it. And then I watched it on a plane flight back from Washington, D.C. And I was so like, this is a great fucking movie. But Fright Night's cool, and like I said, I like Colin. What's his name? Colin Farrell in that movie as well. I thought he was pretty damn good. Then you got Reanimator. And this is a movie I need to revisit. I haven't seen this in a long ass time.
I've never seen this.
I think it's on Shudder right now.
Yeah.
So it's worth to get a watch. It's kind of comedic at the same time. It's also based on an H.P. Lovecraft story. You got The Fly from 1986, which is a fucking dead ass classic, man. It's a great movie. Remember that movie was the first movie that like I was absolutely disgusted at what I saw because I saw it too young. But that transformation with Jeff Goldblum, everything. Cronenberg just goes out, of his mind when he does these things. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Now this is something that I've recently saw within the last year or so.
And I've heard a lot of good things about this, but I've never.
Michael Rooker is fucking fantastic in that movie. It's good. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's weird to call it a horror movie. And funny, last weekend we watched this, which was Hellraiser, which is great. Yeah. We watched it Friday night, the night before Halloween, while I was building that big ass thing over there, and because I just wanted to put something on the TV, and I was gonna put that Mortuary Collection on instead of this, and Kat was like, "Let's watch Hellraiser. I haven't seen Hellraiser in a long time." Okay, let's watch it. And it was weird to watch it while building shit. Especially when he was like getting torn apart. Yeah. I'm like, is this going to happen to me? Finish this thing, it's like a puzzle. Fucking IKEA. Child's Play from 1988.
Of course.
Yeah, Child's Play is a great movie. And the remake was okay. This is great. I think this one's actually better than the original, which was The Blood from 1988.
So long.
It's good, man. The practical or the effects that are used in this movie are good. The Blob from the original film is a good and terrifying movie, but I feel like it's amplified. It's not like Night of the Living Dead where Tom Savini took it over, and it's a good movie, but it's just more violent. Whereas I feel like that one was like better, but this one was pretty damn good. Society, and this is a movie I saw last year for that 3131, and it's a good movie. It's very fun. Have you ever seen Society?
I don't think I have.
It's on Amazon right now. It's worth a watch. It's really fucking weird when it gets into it, especially as the monstrous. If you like body horror, it's a good movie.
Okay.
And I don't know this one, Santa Sangre. Have you ever seen that before? I've never heard of it. It's Alejandro Jodorowsky has already established him as a visionary well-versed in surreal imagery, but this is the first time that he really applied it to horror. The result is a very insane avant-garde horror film about a man born and raised in a circus that later escapes from a mental hospital and joins his armless mother to enact brutal murders as her arms. If that sounds strange, well, the end result is even stranger. Okay. Weird. So that was just like a quick list that I had wanted to go through because it was the scary season and now it's no longer the scary season. But is there anything else that you'd like to discuss this week, Patrick?
No, really. That's about it.
I said we done. So thank you guys very much for watching us here on the stream. You can always follow us on things on Twitter, Patrick.
At IBLT podcast.
Email us if you ever want to email us anything. I know there's been a couple that reach out to us on things, but we're still waiting for somebody to win that prize from Patrick.
Yeah, exactly. And that's at IBLTpodcast@gmail.com.
You got an Instagram channel.
IBLT podcast.
We have the YouTube channel. If you're watching us, you know where we're at. But if you're not watching it, where you can see the streams, hopefully every Saturday that we record.
It'd be like that podcast.
And then you can find us, rate and review us on things like Stitcher,
Apple Podcasts,
Spreaker,
Blueberry,
Facebook,
Google Play,
and a bunch of other crap. The Deezer, Amazon, iHeart. Yeah, all those places that are out there.
These nuts.
And then don't forget to check out the Slightly Irregular Podcast Network. That's sipnet.us. Well, we won't necessarily go through all the podcasts this time.
But there's a shitload.
There are a ton. And you can check them all out. And then, Patrick, you've got Twitter.
Big Solo 64.
You have a YouTube channel.
Solo 64.
You have a blog.
Patrick Thoughts 64.blogspot.com.
And then you have at least one other podcast.
2 podcasts. I do.
Oh, you have 2 now. So you used to have 2, went to 1. Now you're back up to 2, possibly 3.
Yes, because obviously I'm pretty sure KVGT is dead, even though Jeremy keeps saying, oh, no, we all got together. Yeah, sure, that'll happen. Sorry, Ito, but your boy Jeremy's a flake. But you have the Chafing the Dream podcast, which I just started with Kyle in our first 3 episodes, our intro episode, our first episode, and then episode 2 just dropped recently. So go check that out. You can find it at the same place you can find all of these other podcasts. Also part of the SIP network, and it's Chafing the Dream podcast. It's a weight loss journey podcast between myself. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see we're using the wide lens camera, which I also told Josh. I was like, Josh, when I'm out, because they do their stuff on YouTube also. Yeah. I said, I hope you got the wide lens camera ready because I'm fat. And he said, oh, come on. I said, you'll see.
Well, you can't be that fat.
Oh, I am.
We have to use the double wide lens here because it's both of us.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, so, and then also the Paranormal Pativity podcast, where, you can follow the Chafing the Dream, or Chafing the, I'm gonna make sure I get the freaking Twitter right.
Well, you say that Ito has said that he'll stop updating it now.
No, you can still, I like doing those updates on that, like doing stuff there. But like as far as podcasts,
you leave it as a nice page. It can just be a page out there that people can see little news things.
Keep that going because I still post on there every once in a while. I need to do a little more, but I'm still working on trying to do a goodbye episode. That's kind of what I want to do, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, for Chafing the Dream podcast, it's at Chafing the Pod.
That's on Twitter. Right.
Yeah,
and you guys have an Instagram at all?
Yes, it's I believe it's the same.
At Chafing the Pod. And then have you guys set up a Facebook page at all?
We're working on that.
You know, I think it would be really cool if you guys did do the Facebook page, that you also made a Facebook group out of the Facebook page so people can either join along if they want to, do their own weight loss. I mean, it's your guys' pod, but I think it'd be kind of cool that if other people found that page and all gain inspiration from each other.
Yeah.
It definitely could help the group grow and help the pod grow as well.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Paranormal Pativity podcast, Paranormal Pat 64 for Twitter and Instagram, and Paranormal Pat on Facebook, Paranormal Pativity podcast. Sorry, my brain is shutting down here. But I didn't have an episode last month. I realized that when did we watch that movie Itsy Bitsy?
Oh, we did watch Itsy Bitsy.
When was it? Friday night?
Saturday. We watched on Halloween.
Was it?
Yeah, it was on Halloween. Because it was after the girls came by trick-or-treating.
So we saw it that night, and I realized, oh shit, I never did a podcast. But you know what? We've been opening up so many new stores and doing some stuff at work that I just didn't. And I recorded a lot of other episodes between It Be Like That, Chafing the Dream, and I did an episode of Terrible Terror. Did an episode of Back in Time. So it's been really crazy for me. And but I'll make sure I get episodes back up going. And so
it's been
1 week since you looked at
there was a joke I had heard earlier. Sorry, that's what I was thinking of that from something else I was listening to. They were saying whenever that comes on, somebody that they know named Ben, that's the ringtone. It's just that part. So it's been.
But yeah. So anyways, Brian, you have a Twitter.
I do. It's at toolbert with zeros instead of O's.
That fucking asshole.
I know that guy. It's been that way for as long as I've been doing this fucking podcast, and as long as I've had a Twitter fucking account. But it is what it is. I don't care. I don't use that one as much as I use the other one.
You have a YouTube channel.
Yep, it's toolbert. So I still need to do some other videos, and I need to do an Aftershock lineup video, which maybe I'll record today. Once I figure out if it's one of these two mic cables that's giving me this weird feedback.
You also have a band?
I don't know what's going on there, so we'll just skip that.
You have another podcast.
Yep, the Terrible Terror podcast, where we just did, like Pat was saying, we did an episode on Halloween for Halloween, where we had Neil and Pat was there. Had a lot of fun with that episode. It's the shortest episode that I've had in a while at 1 hour and 45 minutes. And we were trying to keep it to like an hour. It still went over, but it was still a lot of fun. You can find out what sausage heavy means if you listen to that podcast. So this week, it's a week off from everything. Next week will be a brand new podcast, which will be on Bone Tomahawk, which I'm excited to see because I've never seen it before.
Yeah, I want to see that after you told me about it.
I think it's on Amazon right now. It's on Amazon or Shudder or one of those streaming services. So it'll be great to watch it. And then the other thing that I found out too, which I want to do, and I want to do when you get back, because I think it'd be a lot of fun. And people, please let me know if you'd be interested into it as well. Amazon Prime. If you have Twitch, right, and you have Amazon Prime, and you link your Amazon Prime to Twitch, you can watch together. You can do watch parties on Twitch. Because I did it with the guys with not Back in Time, Beyond the Void. We watched City of the Dead, which is a really terrible, it's a fun, terrible horror movie. It's like one of those so bad it's good ones. The acting's terrible. The gore is really great. But I did that with them. Alex was the one that was on video, and everybody was going back and forth and making fun of the movie. So I thought for Terrible Terror, because it has a Twitch account that I don't use, if people are interested, I want to show Thanksgiving because it's on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, we can watch Thanksgiving together, and we can basically make fun of the movie all together, watching it, get everything set up. And,
well, you know what I say to that?
What's that?
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
And so I'm really wanting to see, and if you guys are ever interested in doing things like that, like, for example, too, I know I watched the videos or the movies for the podcast kind of weirdly, and I do a lot of start and stops and whatever, but if you guys are also interested in, I'm going to have a movie, it's going to be on Amazon Prime, and you guys want to do a watch party where we can all watch the movie together before the podcast is released, I can also do something like that too, because I can do my stuff on my own time but still do a watch party with everybody else, as long as it's on Amazon Prime and everybody watching has Amazon Prime, rather than doing, I like the watch parties where everybody's like, okay, we're gonna go at 8 and everybody's gonna hit play at the same fucking time. Those are fine, but I think that experience with Beyond the Void was really fun, and he does it every Wednesdays and possibly on Saturdays, and I missed this week's because we went to go get that thing at IKEA, so I can have something to put all the stuff on and just wheel in and out of places. Make sure if you can, check out the guys, the Beyond the Void horror podcast, and he's, I think, Deacon Rain on Twitch as well. But beyond that, so we're going to watch Bone Tomahawk, and we're going to talk about it, which I'm very excited about. And that's basically it. I think that's it for this episode that we've got out there. Is there anything else that you want to let everybody know?
I'm hungry.
He's fucking hungry. We'll see you fucking later. So we're going to end the stream now.